It's live.
United! Dance! Party! Please welcome your dance synthesis. Move! Please welcome your dance synthesis. Core! Please welcome your band leader. And I am your host, Mr. Time Space. United Dance Party, commence! Rainbow 2020 is the name of this current iteration of United Dance Party. We are presenting the United Dance Party to you now from an undisclosed location. That location is the Ruby LA. We are the four-dimensional beings. For there are four of us, and we exist in dimensions, much as you do. For we all, at this time, exist, despite the fact that these are strange times. There are only two of us, of the four-dimensional beings, in this physical space right now. For obvious reasons. As you can see, we are communicating via flat screen technology, and also via the internet and many other human technologies. Greetings, Core. Please notice that we greet each other by standing an acceptable length away, holding our hands an acceptable length apart, and bowing. This has always been our customary greeting. And yet right now, it seems like perhaps it should be a customary greeting for humans. More on that. We are part of the sentient gas cloud of Phase 2. We have sent our seeds of consciousness into corporeal forms. Here, on Earth, in Phase 5, to learn about humans and synthesize their dance moves. As you can see, we have several humans here tonight. will now communicate with these humans to learn about humanity and synthesize dance moves. But first, rainbows. They are a symbol. A symbol of light. A symbol related to the holiday which is currently taking place. Normally, this holiday would be celebrated by drinking and other means. And so, if you are drinking now, you are most likely celebrating. As part of a sentient gas cloud, we cannot experience rainbows visually, for we do not have a visual sensory apparatus. But we have many other sensory apparati. A rainbow, to the sentient gas cloud, feels much like what you would describe as a rash. And speaking of rashes, virus. It is something humanity is currently experiencing. We too, as part of the sentient gas cloud, experience viruses. It is sent on preordained routes throughout the gas cloud upon infection, so as to avoid centers of concentrated consciousness. Humans, this is not applicable to your situation. But what is applicable to humans? We will now find out by interviewing our first guest. Greetings! It is Max Corwin! There's hello!
Hi.
Greetings, Max Corwin.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Are you just going to hold the mic up to your end? I'm just going to keep this entire time?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Understood how this setup works. Okay. Thank you so much for having me. So good to be here with this entire space and the rest of these interdimensional beings. I love this show. I also love the show because it's so easy to find parking. I want to say everybody stay safe, be clean, and don't forget to stay indoors, wash your face, and do not touch your hands. Okay, everybody? All right.
These are all reasonable suggestions.
I don't know if the viewers at home probably has expired batteries for the carbon monoxide alarm. We can all hear it. And so that's just a fun little hurdle that we all have to overcome.
I believe the expired battery belongs to Bahan. It is part of the soundscape he is creating for our show.
Yes, it's part of the soundscape, yes. I am a poet, and I wanted to read some poetry for you all, and or at least the poems that have not been yet regulated by the FCC. And I published a book in 2018 called Poems to Ruin Dinner With, and I wanted to read a poem from that book. And just a fair warning, my poems do contain adult themes and imagery. So if there are any children listening, please make sure that they can hear it. Somebody snickered, that's all I need. Okay, I want to read a poem titled Porn. Okay, porn. Porn is bad. Porn makes me feel sad. Nobody who watches porn is glad to have done something so mad. By the time the lads have finished and the shagging has diminished, you watching feel empty, just a tad. It's the wanting to pad your lonely heart with something more rare. Eventually, you return to your fapping fad, watching a musty guy named Chad bone a very old undergrad, thinking an experience he never had, then wondering why porn is so bad. And that poem is about the economy. Oh yeah, that's a good punchline right there. All right, this next poem.
Max,
Before you begin your next poem,
may
may
I
I
ask
ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Do all poems have
Punchlines?
In a way, yes. Not all of them are comedic punchlines, but I think all poems have moments that hit harder than others.
Understood. Please, continue with your next poem. I will move without the stage. While you
go on.
Yes.
Okay. My next poem is a poem titled Love is Love. Love is old. Love is kind. Love does not analyze. Love does not judge unless you stack the dishwasher wrong. Love is strong. Love is mighty. Love is unyielding like black mold around the corners of a shower. Love is laundry. Love is not doing the laundry. Love is changing the garage door key code and then forgetting it. Love is buying the wrong type of hand soap. Love is fighting. It's the passive insults and muttered expletives, the frequent tantrums and malicious treatment of waiters. Love remembers. Love does not forget. Love holds a grudge. Love has a selective memory. Love is scoring points. Love is keeping track of who has won and who has lost. Love is a closet with not enough hangers. Love is sleeping on the couch because you want to. Love is a couch. Love is the couch. Love is love. Thank you.
Max
Max, one more. Do you want to ask questions or do one more?
Please. One more. But let me ask one question.
Please.
It seems as though you have already answered the question through conversing. What is this echo? Too much?
You're on a thin path.
Yes.
No. Hold on once. Oh, it's not letting me. Oh, I'm trying to get my camera.
Someone is currently figuring out how to join the chat room. What a perfect time to not be reading a poem.
To say, I don't know if the viewers at home can tell, but Cord's cat is currently playing with their light fixture, and it's very cute.
Perhaps we should watch Cord's cat. Look upon the cat, the internet, for you are known to enjoy cats. The light is moving. The cat is currently batting the light. The cat is very difficult to see, but the light can be seen. There's the cat. It's claws. Max!
Yes,
Would you like to read your final poem?
I would love to.
Please.
This poem is titled First Day of School. 8 a.m. finds itself under a red, white, and blue flag, stabbing the brass pole. High above the roundabout, the cars dropping kids out, backpacks spilling into a wet courtyard. The dirty sneakers slide forward like cards. Bagged eyes face forward at the brown gym doors, ungrappling open with creaks and clumps. Cold, wet hands leave humid prints as the sun heats the metal monkey bars until lunch, when the hands return. Red with flaming burns as the light swoops through the trees and is gone. The cars reunite with the backpacks, and the flag claps from the tall men, falls and settles with a silent calm. Thank you.
Thank you, Max Gerwin! Max, now is the part of the show where I ask you questions.
Please, I'd love some questions.
I have composed 19 questions that pertain to the current state that we are experiencing. I will not ask you all 19 questions.
What?
Matt, repeat that?
Perhaps I will turn off the echo
for this moment.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will also turn on these lights. Max Kerwin,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm good. Did you already ask the question? I missed it.
The only question I have asked thus far is how you are, and you answered in the positive.
Oh,
As I was saying,
yes, I'm good. I'm good. I'm very good.
I am glad. I have 19 questions. I will not ask all of them, but please say a number between 1 and 19, and I will ask you the corresponding question.
I'm gonna choose 13.
Ah, lucky number. Number 13. Do you feel guilty when you clear your throat?
Ooh. No, I feel nervous when I clear my throat because I'm worried that there's a little coronavirus friend in there about to come out.
A reasonable answer. Would you like to select another question?
Yes. What's number one? What's the first question you wrote?
The first,
I did not know. You asked the wrong person.
it was the question you selected. I'm sorry, I missed that.
I said the new normal is SpongeBob, but it wasn't very funny, so I probably shouldn't have circled back to it.
SpongeBob is the new normal! Let any who answer this question in the future of our show know that SpongeBob is the answer to beat. Max Kerwin,
Yeah.
would you like to do one more question? Or do you feel the 2 questions
Yeah.
is adequate?
I think I should do one more, try and reinvent myself here. Can I do number 8?
Please repeat the number.
8.
Question number 8. What is your favorite brand of hand sanitizer?
Oh, this is easy because the one I know is Pure Brow, so I'm gonna go with that.
Max Kerwin! With an easy answer. Max, as you know, there is one final thing I must ask of you. Will you contribute a dance move for synthesis?
I will. Okay.
Synthesizing dance move! Max Kerwin! Let us see if Korg is synthesizing the dance move. Ah, hello Korg. Ah, we now have many guests available. I must select another guest. I will check the chat window. Bond says, thank you, whatever. Thank you, Bond. Now then, let us see. Who is this? I will go in order. Greetings! Greetings, Mothra! Greetings, Mothra.
Greetings.
You seem to be wearing an extravagant costume.
What costume?
That is what I often say when people say the same thing to me.
Understood.
What would you like to talk about?
Price of gas is real low.
That has not been my current experience. Do you have a connection for low gas prices?
Sorry. Sorry. One more time.
Mothra. Oh, yes, one more time. Do you have a connection to somebody who has low gas prices?
Yes.
There is obviously a delay. Perhaps I should ask questions that will give you a chance to answer with more than one word. Thus, if there is not something you would like to say immediately, we will move on to the question portion. Does that sound agreeable?
Yes, it does. I use more than one word, though.
Before I pick up the card with the 19 questions, I notice there is an object hanging around your neck.
Yes. Do you have one? You should get one. They're important.
I do not have one currently, but I do have one available.
That's good.
Yes.
Everyone should have one.
What is your primary function in utilizing this device?
To keep out dust and germs. Germs are everywhere. People are gross.
Agreed! People are gross. I find every moment in which my seed of consciousness inhabits this corporeal form to be mildly excruciating. I will now proceed with the 19 questions. Mothra! Which question would you like me to ask?
5.
Question number 5. What is your favorite canned food?
Corn.
A reasonable answer. Mothra, what is the object upon your head?
Oh, it's my moth mask. It
You,
scares people off. It's really useful.
I do not, I can say, in all honesty, have a mask like that. But I am glad you do. It is becoming. Please,
Thank you.
you are welcome. And now, I shall ask you another question.
Okay.
Please say a number between 1 and 19.
12.
12, question 12. Do your pets seem confused?
Do my pets seem confused?
Correct.
I don't have pets.
I did not foresee that being an answer to this question. It seems to negate the possibility of answering. Mothra, I feel that we have not discovered enough about you. I will ask you a question without this card.
Okay.
What is your greatest hope and your greatest dream?
My greatest hope and my greatest dream is to have my own late night show.
These are very hard to obtain. Very well. I feel that we have established a deep emotional connection. Yes. Well, Mothra, there is only one thing I can ask you for now. Will you contribute a dance move?
Yeah. Okay.
Synthesizing dance move! Mothra! Before we continue interviewing guests in this high-speed emotional roller coaster of a live streaming program, allow us to address the elephant in the room. Well, in fact, it is not an elephant. It is a bird frog human. That's right, bird frog human, also known as bird frog man or bird frog woman, depending on the pronouns which the particular bird man prefers. Bird frog human. Bird Frog Human is here at this very moment. But Bird Frog Man is quarantined. Bird Frog Human! Bird Frog Human is in a rainbow cage. Do you have adequate hair, Bird Frog Human?
Yeah, the Instagram is paused.
The Instagram is paused.
Is there video on the website or on the Instagram? I feel the Instagram.
These are all fantastic questions. There are multiple streams currently taking place. There is the stream on YouTube through the Ruby LA, as well as a stream on Instagram, which apparently is paused. It is currently being looked into. Luckily, I have a tangle of cords as well. Seem as though this show is chaotic. I am just communicating with my former self, who I can hear coming through this device. Mr. Timespace, is that you? Yes, it is me, Mr. Timespace. Thank you. I will now close the curtain so that Bird Frog Human is not enticed by our show of great magnet. Working very well. Goodbye, Bird Frog. Continuing on. Is the Instagram feed adequately feeding? Allow me to take this moment to introduce you to the Instagram feed. It is here on the United Dance Party camera. And here, the Instagram feed can see the YouTube feed. Also our many guests. We are living in an echo chamber, but an actual one. And so now, I will take a moment to mute these and see what happens. It is not that one. Is it that one? Could it be this one? Could it be this one? Ah, I am receiving thumbs up. It was likely Ba'an. Well then, who do we have here? Currently, the only channel that I have not muted belongs to this person. Bonnie!
That's me.
Greetings, Bonnie.
Hi, everybody.
Bonnie,
You okay? Oh, great.
ladies and
This is
gentlemen,
from my phone, so I know it's
my apologies, Bonnie. There are people making gestures in various places. Ah, the volume on the television. Yes, very important. Ah, a bird. Much like the bird that we just visited.
Hi, everybody.
Greetings. Bonnie, your full name is Bonnie Gordon. Yes, what? Your full name is Bonnie Gordon, is this correct?
I don't hear anything. Is that supposed to happen?
Perhaps. Bonnie.
Hello?
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Bueller?
Greetings.
Anyone in here anything? I hear nothing.
I can hear both of you.
Okay. Am I supposed to say something? Do something?
Bonnie, we can hear everything you are currently saying.
Bonnie, can you hear it?
Let me attempt to use the chat window.
Well, this is weird. Anyone else? Does anyone else have a talking thing? Am I supposed to answer a question?
It would be difficult to have you answer questions if you are not able to hear them.
Let me see if I heard everyone earlier. Now I can't hear anything. No, I can't hear anything.
Bonnie, are we? Yes? I
Do I
must.
need to mute myself? Y'all can hear me, right? I just can't hear anyone else.
Who is not muted?
I think you need to let it access your
Well,
audio thing.
It's-
Like, I don't know. It asks you when I open the link.
I just lost Nikki. Where is this
I was
person?
told this show was rainbow themed.
This show is rainbow themed.
I don't
Yes.
know what to do if I'm supposed to be doing something specific, but I can't hear anything. So
Bonnie.
should I disconnect and then connect again?
Yes.
I'll do that.
Yes. In the meantime, I will communicate with this person. Or with humans. Thank you for your patience while we sort out these technical issues. I hope that you are enjoying this show. Thank you. While we sort out these technical issues, I hope that you are enjoying this show.
Okay, I'm back, but I can hear it now.
Bonnie, can you hear us? And by us, I mean me.
Hello? No, I can't hear anything.
Greetings, Nikki Gissel. Are you currently able to communicate with me? Nope. Let's check on Bird Frog Human. Bird Frog Human has escaped! Perhaps that is what is causing all this pandemonium and inability to communicate. Where could Bird Frog Human be? The cage is broken! The cage is made of rainbows! Ladies and gentlemen, humans. Hopefully we will find Bird Frog Human, and hopefully we will be able to communicate with our guests. It may be that we are trapped in an infinite feedback loop. It remains to be seen. Rainbows. Patrick Lopez, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Greetings, Patrick Lopez!
Greetings, Mr. Timeface. It's great to see you again.
It is great to be seen. Patrick Lopez, are you experiencing echoes?
I am experiencing echoes.
I will now attempt to mute more channels and see if that.
Ah. Sweet
Wonderful.
relief.
Let us take a moment and appreciate the lack of my voice. Patrick Lopez!
Hello, Mr. Timespace. Great to see you again.
It is great to see you as well. Is it true that you are a stand-up comedian?
I was formerly before this happened. I don't know what I am now.
Patrick Lopez, would you care to attempt? And in so doing, to be the first to attempt stand-up comedy within this context?
Yes, we shall try.
This
Though I feel like at this point we do have to relabel what it's called.
Very well. What label do you propose?
Well, it's very clear I'm sitting, so we're gonna go with sit-down comedy.
Much like Spalding Gray.
All right, I'll go?
Yes, before you begin your stand-up set, allow me to explain. Normally, a stand-up set goes for a preordained amount of time. A light is given to the comedian, at which point they are signaled that their set is nearly over. Because we are not able to physically hand you a light, we will shine that light in your face. Is this agreeable to you?
I agree to those terms.
Very well. We now present to you Patrick Lopez.
I'm pretending that piano sound is applause. This is a very weird dynamic for me now. I haven't talked to anybody since Friday, let alone heard the roar of applause. So this is very nice to be out. My opening joke was going to be originally that it's a very weird time right now because everything's so weird, and I've seen all four horses of the apocalypse: war, famine, death, and comedians who figured out live streams. But it's very clear we did not figure out the live stream. Thank you. I heard laughing. That's all I needed to hear. That just made my entire week.
I think everyone's muted.
Doesn't matter. I can hear some laughing. That's all that matters. It's been a slow period for me. I literally have only written one joke since I've been down. And it's just this is the whole joke that I've written so far. It is, I'm glad that you're here. It's a very weird time, but laughter is the best medicine, or under the new Pence plan, the only medicine. The silence is so deafening to me. Hold on, let me try that again. See, I've been researching some of other comedians that have had to do similar things, and one thing I've noticed is that it's hard to buy into the comedy when you don't hear laughing. So let me attempt that joke one more time. So, it's been a very weird time. Right now, I'm glad you're here because laughter is the best medicine, or under the Pence plan, the only medicine. See, so much better now. I've been sitting around a lot lately too. I've been thinking about what I want to do for an apocalypse name. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's the only thing I can do as far as pastimes go. I feel like you have to use alliteration. You know, you got Mad Max out there, and I've been trying to figure it out. The only thing I've done for myself is Pandemic Pat. Yeah, this is so strange. And it's been a very anxious written time for myself as well. I've been only on social media. That's the only thing I've been able to do. I've been scrolling through it and realizing now that I should probably quit. Now's the best time to quit. Today I opened up my phone and the first link I saw that said, "Hey Patrick, would you like to forget about coronavirus? Click on this link and find out if you would survive an earthquake." Nope. Not only did I not survive that earthquake, none of you survived the earthquake. I took y'all with me. But you know what? I thought I need to keep looking for something good on social media. I found a bit of good news. So I kept scrolling, and an alert popped up. And it said, "Hey Patrick, we went ahead and stole your data. If all the companies to let us know, to let them know that you're afraid of earthquakes. So now all you're going to see on your social media is earthquake, but remind you that you're scared." So I go, you know what? I still need that good news. So I keep scrolling, and then I see the thing that convinces me that I need to quit social media forever. I don't know, you guys probably saw it too. I found my barber's Instagram account. Now, you guys don't know me, so you're probably wondering why that's a big deal to me, but it is a very big deal as far as I'm concerned, because I've been going to the same barber for 3 years. In that time, I have zero clue if I've ever gotten a good haircut. I can tell you I've never heard the words, hey, that's a good haircut. And that seems problematic. I'm gonna hold on. Hold on. There we go. Now I'm rolling. But you know, I also have social anxiety, which for me means that if you work in the service industry, if there's anybody left, I need you to love me so much, right? So you can do whatever job you want and I won't say anything. Like the other day, I didn't have to call Spectrum to come out to fix my internet. And I was on the phone with them and they were said, the only time we can come out is Friday night. Are you doing anything? And I said, no. And the lady on the phone said, aw. And that's just my life right there. The other day, before that, somebody actually broke into my car, broke my window. So I had to call the police. And I called the police and the guy on the phone, I let him know, I said, hey, somebody has broken my window. And he took a moment and he said, who did it? And I took a pause and I said, I don't know, I'll call you back. Right? So that's who I am as a person. So now we're back at this Instagram account that I found, right? And I click on the link and I look at the Instagram account and all I see is my barber selling hats. Now, some of you came with me and some of you didn't, and that's okay. Let me phrase that, thank you. Let me phrase that a different way. Imagine if you had a doctor you were on the fence about, and you found that Instagram account for your doctor. And when you clicked on the link, the entire link was your doctor selling coffins. You'd start to wonder how good of a job he does, don't you? Wouldn't you? This is so weird. If this is the future, I don't want it. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. We can leave it there.
Patrick Lopez!
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Patrick Lopez, for
Thank
braving.
you, Space.
You are welcome. And in reference to. Ah, good. Somebody has something working. Patrick, in reference to your
Yes,
feeling that if this is the future, you do not want it. Luckily, that moment is already in the past.
That's true.
And now I shall ask you questions. As you know,
By all means.
there are 19 questions. Which question would you like me to ask you first?
Let's go 13.
Ah, yes, number 13, a perennial favorite. Do you feel guilty when you clear your throat?
At this point, yes. I've been dealing with some allergies and I'm very, very cognizant of when I clear my throat. It is now in public. It is quite a shaming tool now, yes.
Patrick, if you care to clear your throat at this moment, no one will feel bad about it.
I don't trust you.
That is reasonable. Trust takes time. Would you like to ask another question? Or would you like me to ask a question? But you can ask a question.
No, I'd like to ask you a question.
Please.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question.
The tables have turned. Although if I were to turn this table, we could no longer see you.
Oh, true.
What is your question?
My question is, what's your question?
My question shall be dictated by the number that I hope that you will say at this very moment.
5.
What is your favorite canned food?
Ooh, good question. Been digging on beans lately. Beans and rice.
Does rice come in a can?
No, but you can add it to your canned food, therefore improving the canned food and topping it out as my favorite.
Would this be considered a life hack?
Sure.
Would you like to answer one more question, Patrick Lopez?
By all means.
What's number question?
Let's go with number 14.
Question number 14. That was the question I was about to ask you if you did not say a number. It seems that we are experiencing some sort of synthesis. At any rate, The question is this. What color are your walls?
They're very boringly like a beige white. Eggshell, I believe they call it.
Boringly beige, white, eggshell. Thank you,
Very
Patrick
precise.
Lopez. Patrick, there's one more thing that I must ask of you. Will you contribute a dance move for synthesis?
Absolutely. The key is you can't touch your face in these trying times, so you have to stick with the Vogue.
Synthesizing dance move. Patrick Lopez.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Let us check in with Cord. Cord, have you been synthesizing the dance moves? Very well. I noticed that you possess a stack of what seems to be toilet paper. Do you have adequate supplies? Ah, you also possess bleach. And in addition, Clorox disinfecting wipes. As well as Kimberly Clark Techno Classic surgical mask. Cord, do you feel that these hoarding activities are helpful? We do not want to shame you, Cord. Nobody knows what's going on currently. By the way, did you know out there, those of you watching this stream, that a regular, in fact, has been Korg's hoarding corner, Korg's social distancing corner. Korg's social distancing corner, brought to you by Korg. Also, the brands of these objects which Korg has hoarded. Korg, is there more to your hoarding corner, or have we adequately covered all of the corner? Ah, here we are. Now it is really beginning. Korg is holding something. Greetings, Korg's friend. We are measuring. What are we measuring? Something is being currently measured. 6 feet. Yes, 6 feet is the acceptable distance with which you can stand with another person and not contract a virus from them. This is an important aspect of social distancing. They are currently standing 6 feet apart. If you carry a tape measure with you at all times, you will be able to measure your distance. This bar is in fact 4 feet long. It is not an adequate distance. However, there are also 2-foot bars, and a 4-foot bar and a 2-foot bar would be the acceptable distance. For instance, yes, now this is 6 feet. That is an acceptable distance for socially distancing. This has been Korg's social distancing corner. Well, there is nothing to do but continue with this show. For those of you wondering, we will be doing this monthly. It may be very similar to what you are watching now, but hopefully some aspects will change for the better. In the meantime, we will continue with what we are doing. Let us see. Who is here? Before our next guest, I would like to instruct you on proper microphone technique. How can a microphone be kept clean? Well, there are several methods.
I'm confused. Did the song go out again?
As you can see, I am using a miniature dustbuster. This is not an adequate means to keep the mic germ-free. Another means for microphone protection. A sanitizer of shower cap-like dimensions. Which fits neatly upon the microphone, like so. This provides some microphone protection. But the most adequate means of microphone sanitation is a spritz. I hope this has been instructive for all of you who will be sharing microphones, which should be none of you. And so now we will continue with our guests. I was looking for bird frog human. I was not able to find bird frog human. And so we will continue with the show by inviting our next guest to this increasingly dubious stage. Ladies and gentlemen, humans, please welcome to our television screen, again, Bonnie Gordon.
That's me again. Hi, everybody.
Bonnie, can you adequately hear me at this moment?
Hi. Yeah.
As you know, as Bonnie stated before, and as I have stated, this show is about rainbows. There is currently a rainbow behind me, a fluctuating light that signifies a ruby, for we are at the Ruby LA, our undisclosed location. There has been a ruby rainbow cage holding bird frog human, which was destroyed, and bird frog human is on the loose. But most importantly, the most important rainbow of all will be coming from you, Bonnie Gordon. Is this true?
Sure, I hope so. I mean, I don't
A reasonable answer.
know about that.
Yes, I am very
Cool.
excited about what is about to take. Oh, yes? I was only saying I am excited about what is about to take place, and I will now stop talking and let you say and do all that you require. The stage is yours, Bonnie Gordon.
Thank you. I don't have a banjo, but I have a piano, so that's as close as I'm gonna get. So we'll do this. Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? What's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, only illusions. Rainbows have nothing to hide. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? What do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers on me. Should I keep going, or is that enough?
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Bonnie Gordon.
Thank you.
You cannot hear it right now, Bonnie, but online, they are clap emojiing for you.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know if you wanted to do the whole song, because I know there's a time limit, and I don't know, like with stand-up comedy, I didn't get a light flashing, but there's like helicopters above, so I'm assuming you sent those out to give me a cue to stop.
Unfortunately, I do not have helicopters at my control, but I appreciate your making this assumption as to my powers.
Oh, well, I just assumed you're the all-powerful one, so I could keep going, but I think everyone gets the idea. And it's also St. Patrick's Day, so I'm wearing green, and I feel like I've made my point.
Bonnie, you have done.
Did under a rainbow.
I could not have said it better myself. As we can tell, for I have had many opportunities to say that and have not said it. So thank you for your words. It is true. We are all together in this moment. Despite the fact.
You're very welcome.
Yes. Oh.
You can have my words in mind.
Thank you for your words. May I trouble you for words in the form of answers to questions?
Oh, I can hardly wait.
Bonnie, what is the number between 1 and 19? I'm sorry?
Let's go with number 19.
Number 19!
The last one.
Question number 19. Should you panic?
Oh, is that the end of the question? I didn't know if there was like an and or an or. It's should we panic is the question.
Correct.
Right? No, I don't think it's healthy for us to panic. I think it's healthy. I think we should all be aware and be cautious and conscious of what's happening around us. But as soon as that's when people get hurt and also like things get dangerous because people don't understand how to control their panic. And I feel like a lot of us in the entertainment industry are in a state of panic at all times. So, just kind of keep it where you are. You already are. You'll be fine.
This is a very reasonable answer.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Would you like to answer another question?
Sure. What about 17? I like those odd numbers,
Yes. They are not only odd, but prime. And have you watched the new shows on Amazon Prime? Oh, sorry, yes.
I'm the ultimate prime.
You are the ultimate
I
prime.
said I'm the ultimate prime.
You are the ultimate prime.
Only on Tuesday.
Question number 17. What is your new favorite mode of entertainment?
Ooh. That was my smoke alarm. Speaking of being in a panic, oh God. No, I love watching movies and TV, so I've been doing a lot of that. I'm sure all of us have. But I've been actually working on I'm in a nerdy comedy band, and so I do a lot of comedy music. But because of this whole, I guess you could call this the word, quarantine, I've been really focusing on some solo stuff. So that's been really cool to focus on some solo music and actually some. I finished a song today, which is great, an original, and I'm just really excited to work on some new stuff and like kind of get my creative juices flowing. I feel like all of us in LA work so much just to get by, and now that we're all being forced to like actually rest and take a breather, and yes, it is kind of in a state of panic because everyone's also trying to get money to cover bills and rent. I feel like this is also a great time for us to start creating more. I have a feeling that everyone in this feed is kind of creative in some way by looking at everyone's faces and amazing costumes and stuff. So I feel like this is a great time to create and really get those juices flowing. And I can't wait to see what kind of amazing things come out of this quarantine because so many people are forced to sit down and actually work on their passion projects. Hey.
Yes, I agree with all these things. Let your creative juices flow.
Did I break it again? There's no sound.
No. If there is no sound, I will attempt to communicate.
I can't hear anything anymore.
Bonnie.
I think it broke again. Remember that thing that happened the last time I couldn't hear anything? I think it happened again. And now I can't hear anything.
Can you see me?
I can just keep rambling.
Bonnie.
That's not the best thing to do.
Now would be Bonnie, now would be the moment to contribute a dance move for
Like a
synthesis.
hand signal or something.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
we are trying to get you to contribute a dance
I can't
move
hear
for
anything. I'm just gonna
synthesis.
stop talking. You can go to the next person.
Ah, but Bonnie, oh no! If we do not receive a dance move from Bonnie, what will happen? For our show is based upon
Bonnie,
synthesizing
dance
dance
move.
moves. What a moment! What a moment this is! What will we do? Will we be able to receive a dance move for synthesis from Bonnie? This is end of second act crisis! Is Bonnie gone? We were not able to synthesize a dance move. We will have to have her return. In the meantime, we have more guests and more dance moves. I just hit myself in my helmet with my microphone. And now, who do we have but
It's not here. She left.
it is Tatanda Mabunzi! Tatanda, can you hear me? Perhaps. He has held up a roll of toilet paper. Ah, he is muted. Tatanda, are you able to unmute yourself? He is moving his mouth as though talking. Thank you for watching this. I hope that it is illuminating for you. It is very illuminating for us. And as I have said, this will not be the last time this takes place. Oh, I just saw Bird Frog Human. Bird Frog Human, are you back here? Bird Frog Human, you may contaminate things. Bird Frog Human, Bird Frog Human, it is all right. The damage is done. You may come out. Yes. Hello, Bird Frog Human. Bird Frog Human, as you have escaped your cage for quarantine. Ah, that is the Bird Frog Human we know and love. Dance moves from Bird Frog Human are an integral part of the United Dance Party experience. What a mistake it was to cage up Bird Frog Human. Well, we have all learned something today. Thank you, Bird Frog Human. Bird Frog Human's dance moves cannot be synthesized. Tatenda, are you there? Can you hear us? What will happen? We are not able to hear you currently.
Like,
Yes, what was that?
can't hear nothing.
Ah, Tatenda, can you hear us?
I see my face, but I can't hear nothing.
You cannot hear us. Is this true?
How about now? Nope, nothing.
We are able to hear you currently, Tatenda.
Okay.
Yes? Can you hear us now? I will continue making noise until.
Hard.
Yes?
E hard. Nice.
Are you able to hear us, Tatenda? What a moment. What will happen next? Will Tatenda be able to hear us? Tatenda, are you able to hear us? I hope that those of you watching at home are enjoying me frantically trying to communicate with people on the television screen. Is this what you expected? It is what you are being delivered. I will say this, it is what I expected. Hello, Bird Frog Human. Tatenda, are you able to hear us? Well, greetings, Patrick Lopez. How are you?
I'm still here.
Patrick Lopez, he is still here. I believe we will,
Yes.
yes, we will continue to transmit until no one is here. Patrick, would you like to answer more questions?
Sure.
Pick a number.
Let's see. Let's go number 1.
Question number 1. What is the new normal?
I hope it's not only online. I don't know what the new normal is. I don't think any of us do. What was the old normal?
Is there such a thing?
I don't think so.
The old normal consisted of rote exercises. This has been very illuminating. Perhaps you would like to answer another question.
Just go down the list. Why not?
Question number 2. Do you have adequate toilet supplies?
I do, yes.
Question number 3. What is your favorite form of social distancing?
Any and all. I love it all. I've been, this is no problem for me. I've been doing this for years.
You have already participated in social distancing prior to it
Yes.
becoming a term?
Yes, I had to change nothing in my life.
Ah, that sounds much easier than having to change many things.
Very true.
Would you agree, Bird Frog Human? Ah, Bird Frog Human does not agree. We seem to have a debate upon our hands.
I secede.
Ah, Patrick Lopez secedes to you, Bird Frog Human. It seems as though we have covered so many things. And as my name is Mr. Timespace, I must check the time. It has currently been 70 minutes. Patrick Lopez,
Yes, sir.
I will now attempt one more time to communicate with Tatenda Mbutsi.
Let's both try.
Very well. Tatenda, can you hear us?
Tenda, please.
I will now type.
Yo, greetings, greetings. Alright, say something.
I am currently asking Tatenda if he would like to perform any stand-up. Korg is able to hear Tatenda.
Yeah.
Yes. Tatenda. Yes, yes, I will now hold the mic to you and make you full screen, and the stage will be yours.
Alright. You all heard a lot about this virus. This virus. Let me tell you something. This virus only attacks rich people. You see who catching it? People who can afford to travel. If your bank balance is below $100, you're good. Thanks. You can tell, because he like the poster boy of the shit. He the poster boy of the whole thing. He the poster boy. But who's the poster boy? Shit like AIDS and stuff. We don't see those people. Because they broke. You can only be a poster boy if you got that money. You feel me? That's why this shit got me fucked up. Like, the safest place in LA at this point in time is on the bus. No rich people on that motherfucker. No rich people. Yeah, man. Corona got this place looking like a third world country. Empty shelves. No food in this bitch. No food. And I got a whale problem. You feel me? stock market crashing. And you all up in here on the internet. Now I need somebody to get me some gold bullion. I need some gold bullion because that's the only thing that's gonna matter at the end of the days. I need gold. I need real gold. I trade you. I got some stuff I could trade. You got gold. We can mess around and trade some stuff. Oh yeah. There's gold at the rainbow. There's gold at the rainbow. There's gold at the rainbow.
I have asked Tatenda if there is gold at the rainbow, and he has created a rainbow out of toilet paper. I will now ask what items he would like to trade.
All the time. Hold on. I'm gonna get my representative to expand on this here issue.
Who is your
One
rep?
second. All right, I got my representative coming. Come on, show stuff. Get your ass in here.
Here comes the
Get your ass in
representative.
here.
It is an alien creature. Greetings, Xenomorph.
Hey,
What items? Yes?
look, this is it. This is it, humans. For too long, you made me look like a dick. Not a dick, all right?
The Xenomorph is not a dick.
Asshole.
I may have to censor this language, Xenomorph.
I only just learned Earth talk. This is how I talk.
This is
All right.
riveting entertainment. I am currently typing with a Xenomorph. Where else can you see such things happening in real time? There's currently a bird frog human behind me. This is not your normal, everyday show.
What is he talking about? Look, I'm an alien. I need to see a doctor. I think I got this thing. I think I got this thing bad. Okay? I need to see a motherfucking doctor. I've been staying with this. What you talking about? I've been staying with this.
I am asking the Xenomorph to contribute a dance move. Xenomorph, will you contribute a dance move? Yes. Synthesizing dance move! What a time for the fog machine to malfunction! There is no certainty that Xenomorph dance moves can be synthesized. Thus, Birdman, Bird Frogman, Bird Frog Human, Bird Frog Woman just have to synthesize the dance move as well. This all makes perfect sense. All it took was making sense of the situation for the fog machine to become functional. And now we are back where we started, in a reasonable place, a reasonable show, with things that we can foresee happening. The chaos is something that we have been through. And now we are nearing the end of our show. I must type one last time with Tatenda.
So ain't nobody gonna send me some gold up in here? Oh, I gotta say a number?
Yes!
Okay. 10.
Question number 10, which I will read and then type. What activity do you most miss?
on this cellulite.
Cellulite.
We love that shit, don't we? We love that.
And now, I will ask Tatenda to contribute a dance move. This will require one last moment of typing, after which we will work on ending this program. Tatenda, will you contribute a dance move? Synthesizing dance move! Tatenda Maputsi! And I will thank everyone. Korg is blowing her nose. Korg is not blowing her nose. I was kidding. Very well. Korg, at the end of our show, we catalog the dance moves which we have synthesized. And now we will attempt to do just that. We have synthesized dance moves from Max Kerwin, Patrick Lopez, Bonnie Gordon. No dance move there. Xenomorph. Tatenda Maputsi. And of course, Mothra. And thus, all the dance moves have been synthesized. And now, all that remains is to end the show. But before we end this show, I would just like to say thank you for experiencing whatever this was. And I guarantee that this experience will continue. In the meantime, stay home and catch up on more Reasonable Sense. But for now, we will end the show as we always end it. And we ask you at home, if you are still watching, and why wouldn't you be, to say the words of this show with us. And so now, even though none of us can hear each other, let us all say together, United Dance Party! The show is over. The show is over.